What if the secret to extraordinary success isn't talent or luck, but something far more within your reach? What if it all comes down to one word: consistency? Imagine training every single day for 5 years without missing a beat. Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps did just that, over 1,800 consecutive days of training, and became the most decorated Olympian of all time. He mastered the art of showing up, day in and day out. Now, you might not be an Olympian, but the power of consistency can transform your life, too. By the end of this video, you'll see how small actions done repeatedly can lead to big achievements. Are you ready to discover the art of consistency? Meet Alex, 24 years old, who once could barely run a mile. One day, watching others cross a marathon finish line, he decided, "I want to do that." The next morning at 5 a.m., Alex laced up his shoes. That first run was hard. He was gasping by the end of the block. But Alex came back the next day. And the next. He ran every day, even when it was raining or when his legs ached. At first, it was just 10 minutes, then a little more. Week by week, his stamina grew. There were days he wanted to hit snooze and skip, but he remembered why he started, that vision of crossing his own finish line. By the 6-month mark, those short jogs had turned into long runs. What once felt impossible became his new normal. On marathon day, Alex stands at the starting line, heart pounding. As he runs, he isn't the fastest. But 26.2 miles later, he crosses the finish line strong. In that moment of triumph, he realizes the race was won in all those early mornings when no one was watching. Consistency, not one-time bursts of effort, brought him here. As Bruce Lee once said, long-term consistency beats short-term intensity. In Alex's journey, it wasn't a one-time 10-mile sprint that made the difference, but the hundreds of daily steps leading up to it. Consistency isn't just for sports, it's the key to mastery in any craft. Picture Mia, an aspiring guitarist. She remembers struggling to switch chords smoothly, her fingers were slow and clumsy. But Mia made a promise to herself: practice every evening, even if only for 20 minutes. At first, it was just noise and frustration, sore fingertips, missed notes. Many might give up there, but Mia persisted. Day after day, her hands learned to dance over the strings a little better. One day, after months of practice, she realizes she can play her favorite song all the way through without a mistake. That didn't happen by accident, it was earned through repetition. Fast forward a year, Mia stands under stage lights at a small open mic night, heart racing. She strums the opening chords confidently. The audience sways, listening intently as she plays and sings with passion. The same girl who once apologized for every mistake is now lost in the music, performing flawlessly. When she finishes, the room erupts in applause. Mia beams, knowing that this overnight success was in fact hundreds of quiet nights at home, practicing. She embodies Aristotle's famous wisdom: we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Consistency turned Mia's routine practice into a remarkable skill. Not every day is glamorous. Sometimes consistency means grinding through obstacles. Consider Aisha, a young entrepreneur with a bold idea for a startup. She works a 9-to-5 job, but every night after work, when others relax, Aisha is at her desk until 2 a.m., coding and planning. She's driven by a vision, but progress is slow. In the first year, she faces setback after setback. A prototype of her app fails, an investor backs out, and she hears no far more than yes. Any one of those disappointments could have made her quit. Instead, each morning Aisha renews her commitment. Back to work, she tells herself, sipping cold coffee and fixing bugs in her code. Day after day, line by line, she improves the app. There are moments of doubt. We see her alone, head in hands, but she pushes through by focusing on the process, not just the end goal. After 2 years of quiet, consistent hustle, things start to change. One late night, her phone buzzes. Her app just got its first 1,000 users. By the next week, it's 10,000. Her persistence is paying off. Soon she's pitching her now polished product again, and this time, an investor sees the value in her 2 years of work. Aisha's startup gets funded. People call her an overnight success, but she smiles, knowing it was anything but overnight. It took hundreds of midnights and unwavering belief. This is the power of consistency in the face of adversity. It builds a resilience that defeats failure. To put it in perspective, consider inventor James Dyson, who went through 5,126 failed prototypes over 5 years before finally creating the first Dyson vacuum that worked. 5 years of persistent tinkering. That kind of perseverance, that refusal to give up day after day, is exactly what Aisha lived by. Every setback was just another step forward for her. In her journey, we see that consistency isn't just about routine, it's about loyalty to your vision even when the world tells you to stop. It's the willingness to show up especially on the tough days. Success, big or small, is simply the reward of staying the course. Remember the saying, it takes years of consistent effort to become an overnight success. Aisha proved that by turning her everyday grind into eventual triumph. By now, a pattern emerges. Consistency leads to improvement, which leads to achievement. But there's another magic to it, the compound effect. Small actions don't just add up, they multiply over time. Think of each day's effort as a single brick. Lay a brick every day, and soon you've built a wall. Over months and years, that wall can become a castle. In the realm of self-improvement, consistency is like compound interest. It might not seem like much day to day, but given time it explodes into results. Here's a mind-blowing fact: if you can improve yourself by just 1% each day, you'd end up 37 times better. That's the exponential power of tiny gains stacking up. Consider the Chinese bamboo tree. For the first few years, you hardly see any growth above ground. No matter how much you water and nurture it daily, nothing seems to happen, until one day, it suddenly shoots up dozens of feet in a matter of weeks. But those dramatic weeks are only possible because of years of unseen development, roots spreading deep due to consistent care. Your consistent efforts are the same, they lay down deep roots. You might not notice big changes at first, it can be frustrating, we get it. But beneath the surface, you're building momentum, resilience, skills, knowledge. Then one day, boom, visible success. People may marvel at how quickly you grew, but you will know it was a long time coming. Consistency creates momentum the way each small push of a swing makes it go higher and higher. It's a slow build that turns into an unstoppable force. You've seen it in action, the athlete, the artist, the entrepreneur, all triumphing through the art of consistency. Now, think about your own life. What dream, skill, or change have you been putting off, thinking I'm not ready or it's too hard? What if you started today, and then showed up again tomorrow, and the next day? The truth is, you have the same hours in a day as those people. The difference is what you do consistently with those hours. Success isn't built in a day, success is built daily. As the saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day, but they were laying bricks every hour. Each day is a brick. Make it count. Starting now, choose one small action that leads toward your goal, and do it. Then do it again tomorrow. Protect that streak. It could be writing 200 words on your novel each night, practicing 30 minutes of code, or simply committing to a daily walk. No effort is too small, because it's not the size of the step that matters, it's the consistency of steps. Over time, those steps turn into an unstoppable march. Remember, even Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson echoes this truth: success isn't always about greatness, it's about consistency. Consistent, hard work gains success. Greatness will come. Greatness will come. The big victory, the applause, the reward, those will follow. Your job right now is to show up tomorrow. And the next day. Trust the process. So take that first step and then another. Embrace the grind with excitement, knowing each repeat is a building block of your future. Feel the strength in keeping a promise to yourself day after day. It's like watching yourself become a little better, a little stronger, every single day. This is the art of consistency, turning ordinary actions into extraordinary outcomes. And you are the artist of your own life. Now, go start painting your masterpiece, one stroke each day. Stay consistent, and watch just how far it will take you. Your future self is already cheering you on. Keep going, you've got this.